Hello and welcome to my new dungeon layout. This is going to be my planning session for our 2025 garden. Today is March 18, and we have a lot of stuff already sown that we sowed in the fall. So I will probably put a list up of what we did already. And there are a few things that we're going to start indoors, and I'm just going through my remaining inventory to see what I can do. And due to some various changes, I'm going to have to use my work table, my workshop as my seed starting area. So we're going to go through that and my thought process on what we're going to be working on today. Okay, so I'm going to start with just a quick run through of my inventory here and what I've got going. This is a basement, and you might hear pumps going off and loud footsteps above my head, but well, it is what it is. So what we have in the bin here that I'm leaving, on the one side over here we have our seeds for direct sowing. Most of these are also for direct sowing, as well as some seeds that were gifted to us. This box is collected seeds. And so for now, they'll be left because they would be mostly direct sowing. Some of them are in tomatoes, but we won't be using them this year. Over here, we've got, these are some red Wethersfield onions that I found while cleaning up. As you can see, one has started to sprout. As soon as the ground is soft enough, I'm going to transplant these outside so that we can get seed onions. There goes another pump. This container here is what I use to pre-moisten my seed starting mix. I don't have any right now. We're going to have to buy some more, so we won't be starting any seeds today, but this is the container I use for that. This is for something else. I'm just storing it here for now. These are onion seeds that we saved from last year, and this is actually from the year before. I think they might be shallot seeds. The bag should be labeled, but it isn't for some reason. Anyway, so I've already planted lots of onions in my fall planting. What I'll probably do is give a list of what has already been planted before the snow fell and the ground froze. So there was a lot of onion seeds in there that we collected ourselves. Among the other things, we've saved ourselves some sugar snap peas. These are from the single Cream of Saskatchewan watermelon that we got. These are the Carmenat pole beans, a very lovely purple bean. This is from the Wild Bunch mix, a blue squash. I don't know what it was. We saved some Crespo squash seeds. We actually successfully grew Crespo squash last year. And these are also seeds from the Wild Bunch mix. These ones and these ones. And we will probably be sowing these, and might be sowing these, but a lot of other things we're not going to be doing. It all depends on how successful our winter sowing is. Okay, let's look at what we have to work with. These are the only flower seeds I'm intending to plant this year. These are some memorial seeds that were sent. I lost a close friend of mine last year, and these were, I want to plant these in memory of her. Got our herb collection. Some of these can be started indoors. Some of them are supposed to be direct sown. I'll make the decision as we go along. So we've got fern leaf dill. These are ones I bought recently, or last fall. Okay, sweet basil. These I got last year, German winter thyme. We've tried to grow these a couple of times, and they do grow well once started indoors. Oregano, we've had great difficulty growing. I only grew one plant successfully. Spearmint, got to be careful growing spearmint. We already have a lot of a different type of mint. I don't know what they are, because they were from my late grandmother, and so I'm keeping them going, but we don't want. They're trying to take over parts of the garden. We got a Mystery Time, Mackenzie seeds. We still have some lemongrass seeds, and we still have some chamomile seeds, I think. The chamomile, the first year we transplanted them out and just left them be, they self-seeded and came back last year, so I want to see if they come back again this year. So out of these, I am looking to probably do these two. Not sure about the dill because we have several kinds of dill and got to be careful where to sow dill because they will self-seed so easily. Basil is not something that will last through the winter the way dill will. I've never successfully grown basil. We'll see how that works, but I do want to try them. And then I'll probably do a thyme. I don't know if I'll try the oregano again, but definitely one at a time. So this is what we've got for herbs, and these will go into what will eventually be the kitchen garden next to the house. All right, what do we have next? Wonderberry. I was actually surprised. We still have some seeds left with Wonderberry. I don't plan to plant these again. We tried an experiment, we grew them, transplanted them, and wanted to see if they would self-seed, and they did not. But we'll see. Just something food forest type thing. We still have some sweet chocolate pepper seeds left. I don't have any other type of pepper seeds right now. I do have some seeds coming in. We're going to try something different, so we will not be trying these peppers again this year, but we have very successfully grown them before, and they were quite good. I still have some little finger eggplant seeds, which I will not grow these ones again. We have a new variety of eggplant coming in. Melon. We have some melon seeds coming in. Let's see what we got left. The Halona melon we've grown before. I think I only feel like one seed left in there. We've grown before. They're quite good. The Pixie melon. These two did very well on a drought year, and we got some a surprising yield from them. This Sarah's Choice melon, we grew them together with some other melons and we couldn't tell them apart from the others. So I think they're good, but I don't actually know. I'd like to try them one of these days by themselves. The Cajo watermelon. This I want to try this year again. We've tried them before, and that was also a really bad year that the area got flooded out. We had a lot of problems there, but I want to try these again. Cream of Saskatchewan watermelon, that's these ones right here. I want to try these again. Zucca melon, I got 2 packets of seeds of these. This one's open. I would like to try these again, but I don't think so this year. So these seeds will not be used this year, but I do want to try these two this year. So let's tuck these away and see what we have next. All right, let's take a look at a whole bunch of things we will probably not be trying this year just due to lack of space. So I've got African drum gourds, which are something I have already started by now for transplanting. And again, not this year. Crespo squash, we have saved seeds as well. Hang on to those. Probably not this year. What is this one? Caveman's Club gourd. We grew this one year. The location, I think it didn't handle the new planter that we were using concrete blocks. Can you see? Like this one as planters. And I think the concrete made the soil too alkaline. Anyhow, so we'll do these again another year. What do we have here? The apple gourd. I look forward to trying these again. We did try them before. They did really well once they got going, but they never had a chance to finish their growing season. Yaktine gourd, something else I want to try again. Oops, everything's just falling out of my hands. And canteen gourd, something else I want to try again. They were just bad years, growing seasons. Another canteen gourd. These we've grown a few times. These are the Tennessee dancing gourds, and I actually have some that have dried out and I'll do something with. I don't know what yet, but these are really prolific, and I'm amazed how well they did. We'll do them again someday. This is another one that did surprisingly well. I have some that are drying, and could probably collect some seeds from there as well. There's a few seeds left. I was really surprised how well these did. These birdhouse gourds did not grow for many reasons. They just did not succeed here. And then we have the Thai bottle gourd. We only tried them 1 year. And again, it's mostly due to space. We'll try these again in the future. We'll see how these go. But none of the gourds will be done this year just because of space. Okay, I'm going to try this rig sitting down. I have a new chest harness to hold my camera so I can use both hands. So I'm trying that out, but my back is killing me. I have to sit down. So what do we got here? These are more seeds that we will not be growing this year. Again, it's due to lack of space. We have a lot of work to reclaim space in our garden. So here we have the Styrian Hull-less pumpkin. Got a couple of packets of those. The Kakai, which is another Hull-less pumpkin, and Lady Godiva, also Hull-less. We grew these a few years back, and they did, the first time we tried to grow them, they did okay, and then the year after that was a brutal growing year, so the second year they did not make it, so I do want to try them again, but not this year. We have a lot of setup to do before I want to try these again. Now we are getting into the winter squash. Last year we planted a whole lot of winter squash from the Wild Bunch mix. This year we're going to be more selective. Here we have some older seeds. The Little Gem, also called Red Curry. We've grown these before. They grew quite well, even in really bad conditions. And so these are great. I really like these. We will grow them again. Georgia Candy Roaster. These did surprisingly well, and we quite like them, and we'll be growing these again, not this year, but Boston Marrow. I've been trying to grow these several times now, and the growing conditions were just not good. They did not make it. I want to try them again, and I just want to see what they're like. Baby Pan Pumpkin. These are adorable little pumpkins. The first year we grew them, there was a drought year. They didn't manage very well. The second year, it was also a difficult growing year, but they did surprisingly well. We actually had a couple of pumpkins out of it, so I definitely would try these again, just not this year. What we will be doing this year, so I will be starting the seeds for these guys fairly soon. We meant to grow these last year and didn't have the space. So this was the baked potato winter squash and the mashed potato winter squash. These were chosen by my daughters. We want to try these. And she also chose this one, winter squash hybrid sunshine. And these are supposed to be a really good soup squash. So she wanted to try these as well. So these three I will be starting this year. Here we have others I will not be starting this year. It'll go with the other pile here. So the Honeyboat Delicata. This is supposed to be a good storage variety of Delicata. So I want to try that. We got one last year. Was it last year? I'm losing track. Anyways, we only got one, and I want to try these again in the future. The Pink Banana. These did really well. And just like the North Georgia Candy Roaster, I have another brand of seeds of those. And so these we would definitely grow again. The Red Warty thing, I got these because I just love the name, and I would really like to try and see what they're like. Still have some seeds left, but not this year. And what do we got here? Another Boston Marrow. All right, so those are the winter squash that we will be starting this year. I just need to get some seed starting mix, and we'll be starting these when we're around about the last week of March. Next, we have some seeds. These are Eureka cucumber and lemon cucumber. We've grown these before. They did quite well in a very poor growing season, in very poor growing conditions. So these would be worth growing again, but we don't like cucumbers enough to do it. And these are supposed to be good for both pickling and for fresh eating. And we just don't like cucumbers that much. So we'll try them another year. And then we got the lemon cucumber, this as a free gift. So we did try it, but the only transplant that survived to be transplanted didn't survive after it was transplanted. So we'll try these again another year. Now we have our tomato selection. We're going to definitely cut down what we were growing for tomatoes this year, because we were supposed to cut down last year too, and it just didn't work out. We have so many tomatoes in the freezer right now. Don't know what to do with them. Well, I do know what to do with them. It's just getting to it. So, black cherry tomato, these did really well last year in the wattle weave bed. They get huge, just massive. So this is something that would be worth growing again. The chocolate cherry tomato, the family likes this, pretty standard. The Forme Decor tomato, this was a free gift. And they did amazingly well in the bed they were planted in. We got so many tomatoes. The family enjoyed eating them. A good slicing tomato. I don't know if we'll grow this one again. We will grow a slicing tomato of some kind. The Black Beauty. They're beautiful tomatoes, but they take forever, and it's really hard to tell when they're ripe. So as much as they were enjoyed, once we did finally figure out whether they were ripe or not, we still have plenty in the freezer. They were quite prolific. We'll probably not be doing these. Well, definitely won't be doing these again this year. The Indigo Blue was another one that was quite prolific, and again, it took forever for them to ripen, and they were quite enjoyed. I think these ones were the ones that split a lot compared to other tomatoes. But anyway, so we still have plenty of these in the freezer because there were just so many. And what do you got here? Oh, do I have any left? I have the tiniest amount of seeds left of the spoon tomato. And this is like the only tomato that I can eat and not want to throw up. It's just I have a reaction to tomatoes like that. They are tiny and really good. So I would think I will actually grow some of these this year just to collect seeds. And then we have these ones, the yellow pear tomato. We grew these a couple years ago, ended up filling an entire bed with them just about, and they are really, really prolific. But the family didn't like them enough to make them worth growing again. They were just, I guess it was just too many. You know, they liked snacking on them, but that was about it. So that is the last of the tomato seeds we have right now. We do have other seeds that are coming in, some of which we will be saving for another year. Some we will be doing this year. And so I'll probably do another video with those later on. But this is what we have right now. And I want to get these on front because I want to grow those. And so in the next week or so, I'm going to go into the city or town or somewhere to get some seed starting mix, and we'll be able to start some seeds indoors. The only issue is, okay, being in the dungeon. Okay, so here we have our seeds that would need to be started indoors ahead of time, and I'll just have these ready and set on top here. And this is going to be where we have to set up this year. This is just We can't use the upstairs this time, and so as you can see, I've got a shop light, but I also have this aquarium light fixture, which has the correct brightness to use as a grow light. We'll have to figure out. I'll be setting up the heat mat on here, and then we can raise and lower the light fixture as needed as things grow. And I'm hoping it works out. It is cold in here. I mean, what is that? Just over 11 degrees, 11.5 degrees Celsius on there. I might have to bring a heater in here. I mean, we'll do the pre-germination like we did last year. That worked out really well. And I've got my bins to hold things. I have a bit of potting mix. I've got there's my heat mat. And different trays to start seeds in. I won't be starting a lot of seeds indoors this year. Again, it comes down to what space we have available. We did a lot of winter sowing, which if that took, that'll be great. That will save us an awful lot if the direct sowing worked. If not, well, we have more seeds, as you can tell. So hopefully this will work out. We'll do a few things. Most of this year in the garden is going to be about reclaiming more garden space and building more raised beds, because this broken body can't handle low to the ground very well anymore. So little by little we'll be building more high raised beds, but for now even low raised beds will make a difference in mobility and accessibility, which is one of the major concerns that we have when it comes to gardening. We're a house full of gimps. What can I say? Anyway, so that's my thoughts for what we will be doing in our 2025 garden when it comes to starting seeds indoors. Not very many.